Okay, we got ourselves a new day. It's a new day. Yes, it is. We're on to part 3 of this. And today we're going to be doing a little active recovery and we're going to do supplements. So, B12, energy, vitamins. Those are the things we're going to be taking. D3 for basically your muscles. Basically, we're all low on D3 this time of year, so get your D3 in. Macro dosing vitamin C. I think this is very important. Everyone's always talking about man, everyone's like, oh, I'm just so sick right now. Or is everyone just sick all the time? Or it is just crazy the amount of people that talk about. I swear everyone's sick. Everyone's sick, or they have chronic sickness right now, where things have just been going around. They can't help themselves or can't get healthy, so they just keep getting sick. Macrodosing vitamin C. Vitamin C, I'm taking each one of these about 1,000 milligrams. I'm taking about 3 to 4 of them at a time. Literally just macrodosing vitamin C. Fish oil for the heart. Then hair, skin, nails. So those are that's my daily vitamin regimen on this journey. I might add some other stuff, CoQ10, that whole thing. So we'll kind of see. But yeah, basically someone did a video on macro dosing vitamin C, and we'll talk about that more in another video. But I will link that video down below. I believe it was Thomas DeLauer that did that. Really good video. Obviously vitamin D, like I talked about this time of year. Muscle recovery, basically just body regulation. Vitamin D is going to be really good for that. And I'm not getting enough sun. Probably neither are you. And if you are, you're probably not getting enough vitamin D. I've had that tested, and I know my vitamin D is low. So we're macrodosing some vitamin D as well. Taking roughly about, I think, 10,000 IUs of vitamin D every single day. So that's my supplements, or my vitamins, I should say. And then, good to go do some little active recovery. Good to go. If I have a protein bar or something like that, and I know, again, save it with the protein bar hate. Save it with the protein bar hate. But we're going to have a quick little protein bar, and then go ahead and go to the gym, like I said, for just active recovery. Basically, obviously do a little bit of cardio, walk on the treadmill, and then just kind of foam roll out, do some stretching and things like that, just to be in there doing something. Trying to remain active and things like that, but also try to do some recovery things and stuff like that. Legs get tight. We don't stretch enough. We don't focus enough on recovery. There's not a major emphasis on recovery, it feels like. I think there is more now, but so many people are like, best workout, all that things. And then, best everything to do before your workout, but then it's like, what are you doing after your workout, on your rest days and things like that? Where are you basically foam rolling? Are you stretching? Are you getting your steps in even on days when you're not actively going to the gym? So we're going to go ahead and go do that, since that'll be a pretty simple and easy thing to do. And then show you, get a meal in. And that'll pretty much be it. Won't be too intensive a day, but then we'll go ahead and I'm going to show you a little day of eating and things like that. Have a protein bar, go to the gym, active recovery, and then weigh in tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I want to do a weigh in, hey, next day, to see what I weigh and stuff like that. So last time we were about 220, I believe was the last weigh-in we had. So we'll go ahead and see where we are for that. So, okay, made it to the gym. Now we're gonna do some active recovery. Got the friendly little foam roller here. And that's what we're gonna do today. It's pretty much do a lot of foam rolling. Probably talk at you for a little bit. I don't really know. We're just gonna kind of foam roll over here, because I kind of need it. I've already went and done some other extra stuff that I didn't film. I know, I'm being naughty. I wasn't supposed to do that, but I did anyway. I can't help myself. I might do some quick shoulders, though, at the end of this. We'll see. I probably will know myself, so I might go film myself doing some lat raises, because that's something that I love doing. And I don't really know, okay, you can't. Everything can be technically overtrained, but your side lats, basically side delts, side lats, wow. Your side delts are very resilient, actually muscles that you can continuously train kind of consistently, maybe not every day, but you could hit them very, very consistently. So I want to do a lot more side delt training, try to grow any form of delts I can, at least from the side. My front and rears they're not great, but sides are really, really lacking. So we're gonna try to build those. I'm tired of having small shoulders. So I've always had smaller shoulders. So we'll see if we can I wouldn't call them boulders, but we're gonna try to build something or anything. So yeah, today we're gonna do that. We're gonna take you over and do some cardio after this, but probably foam roll here for a little while and just try to make my legs feel better. My legs have been really sore because of my hamstrings. I've always had tight hamstrings, really, really bad tight hamstrings. Like, I don't know if I need a massage or some more stretching, but any hamstring remedies, anyone that has hamstring remedies, tight hamstrings, please let me know because my hamstrings are straight garbage. So let's go ahead and start foam rolling, and I'll probably come bother you guys here in a minute.
So you wanna go to war with me? You're talking like you think you're royalty. You think that I'm afraid, but I don't break. I heard you question my stability. You think I'll fall just like a guillotine, but I am here to stay, won't look away.
Okay guys, I'm not gonna lie, that may have not actually really kind of hurt my hamstrings and quads. Damn, that I might have done hamstrings the other day. I might have, and yeah, yo, that hurts. Like, that is, wow, that is like, and I foam roll a lot. That's the thing, I foam roll a lot, and that still really hurts, but it's hurting way worse today, like way more than usual, and I can't figure it out because I foam roll almost every single day. Like, that's the thing. I don't always show you guys, but since it's active recovery and I have nothing else to really do much today, then I figured I'd at least show you guys. But I foam roll every day, and today it is hitting different. I don't know why it's hurting so much. I'm probably gonna do some just like stretching as well with it, a little more foam rolling. But yeah, like, it hurts. Like, damn, that is. I didn't realize it was gonna hurt that bad. I wasn't ready for this. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, okay, you know, whatevs. No, it is. It's like incredibly painful. That was incredibly painful. So if anyone out there that's foam roll for the first time in a while, you know how much that hurts. You know how much that hurts. And today it's doing that to me. So my hamstrings it's a battle. I'm battling my hamstrings right now in a battle of perseverance to see what's gonna hurt like less after I foam roll. And I'm losing. I'm currently losing the battle of pain to my hamstrings. And I'm not even training them. I'm not even doing anything. I'm just sitting here and rolling out. That was a weird angle. I apologize. Okay, I just can't help myself. I'm gonna do a couple sets of shoulders. Like, it needs to be done. Like, it just has to. It doesn't need to be done, but I'm gonna do it because it needs to be done. So when it needs to be done, I'm gonna do it. And when it doesn't need to be done, I sometimes still do it anyway because I have a problem. So there you go. So a couple sets of shoulders. Let's go squeeze these in.
For the throne. So you wanna be my enemy? You should've known I'd never kiss the rain. Ice runs in my veins, won't play it safe. I don't belong with your nobility. Who died and made you king of anything?
Okay, cardio time. Up here, decided to do stairs instead of doing the classic treadmill day. Just wanted to kind of change it up a little bit. So figured we'd come do stairs. It's kind of more open, so I chat with you guys as well. So I figured just come up here. No one ever uses the stairs. Try the stairs. Don't lean like I am. No, I'm only doing it because I'm about to the camera, I promise. I never lean. Team no hands. Definitely. Team no hands when I'm not filming. But since I'm filming, I had to give you guys an example and stuff like that of doing it. And yeah, just trust me. Trust me. I'm definitely on team no hands. There's no evidence that says otherwise, so we're good. So we're gonna do this for a solid, I'm at like level 5 for a solid 20 minutes, and then that'll be it. That'll be the workout for a day. So pretty much after this, go back and probably grab a post workout snack of some kind, and then show you guys what's for dinner. So finish up my cardio and go from there. Okay, back from the gym, and I'm having myself a quick little protein bar because I just want one. So, well, not the best thing, not the worst thing. It's a thing. It's just a post-gym snack. That's what I wanted. So, there it is. Post-gym snack. This one to get. Getting that protein shake. Gonna make protein cereal. So, quick little post-gym snack, and now it's gonna hang out and rest for a little bit and do this. And what else on the agenda? Show off the meal I made later on, and that'll probably pretty much be about it. It won't be a super thrilling or exciting video. No big talks. I'll come at you with some more big talks later, but for today, just keeping it simple, nothing too crazy, and you enjoy my post-workout protein bar. So, see you. Okay, I know this looks familiar, right? Same dinner 2 days in a row, because why not? Why not be consistent? And again, that's gonna be a big part of the diet process, is finding things you like. Although I do still want some of that corn from the other day, but that we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that. Another day, another time, another victory for the OG, whatever that means. I don't know what that means. I'm sorry. I don't know why I said that. It's something from TikTok. You had to be there. If you're on TikTok, you get it. If you're not, you're like, what the hell is he talking about? To be fair, most people don't really know what I'm talking about anyway. Let's just that. All right, so this is me sitting here eating some dinner. Gonna chat with you guys for a little bit. So it's basically just, again, buffalo sauce, ranch, buffalo crispy chicken salad, and it's absolutely amazing. So I'm gonna sit here, and eat up this delicious dinner while probably watch Seinfeld or The Office, something like that. Which show do you guys like more? Between Seinfeld and The Office, you had to pick one. Which one do you like? If either. Hopefully, if you're watching this channel, hopefully you at least like Seinfeld or The Office, or otherwise a lot of references are probably gonna go over your head, and it'll just be weird. So, this is an amazing meal. Why am I showing you the bottom of my plate? So it doesn't spill. But ultimately, yeah, kind of with this diet, I end up eating just one really, really big meal. Sometimes two. It just depends. So, and I have I'm going to be traveling and eating out here over the here in the next couple of days, which I'll show you guys here a little bit of some of the meals and things I'll be eating. So, trying to kind of keep it somewhat dialed in and keep the calories a little lower, because I know they're going to be higher over the next few days. And that's something I kind of want to touch on and focus on in another video, but I might as well talk about a little bit now while I'm eating. It's kind of over a week span. So like I said, you're going to have ebbs and flows when dieting. Basically, over a week span, you want to try to hit your calorie deficit. But you're not always going to hit every day. So what people talk about the 80-20 rule. You try to eat right and healthier and, single ingredient foods and that kind of stuff. Just try to eat right and right amount of calories about 80% of the time. Then the other 20, if you go off, have a little more fun with those meals, or 20% of those meals, or whatever it is, the 80-20 rule, where you get to let yourself have more freedom and more fun. At the end of that week, it should still balance out. And that's something I'm kind of playing with. So if I know I have something coming up, or I'm going to be doing something different, especially if your appetite's not really there, I don't always think you necessarily need to force it. At least that's my perspective. At least I know sometimes, again, depending on what you're doing, what your goals are, you sometimes have to be strict no matter what. And you can't skip a meal, or you can't miss this, or you have to stick with this no matter what. With something like this, though, where I'm giving myself a really big window, you can kind of, like I said, ebb and flow with it a lot more. So I don't have to necessarily be hitting every single thing. Or if I know, hey, I'm not having a huge appetite right now, or I'm not really that hungry today, and I know that I'm going to be eating some pretty big meals here like 2 or 3 days out from now, because I'm going to be going out to eat a few times, or I already kind of like have that planned out in my head. Not in a way that you need to punch, like, oh, I'm eating in a few days, so I need to purposely cut down. No, not necessarily that, but I think you kind of need to, like, plan it out a little more. If you know, hey, I'm going to be eating a lot, why force something down now when you can just kind of give yourself a little bit more of a window, or like, it's over a week span. So it's kind of like, hey, what's your diet look like? If you're going to have 2 days where you're probably be eating off track a little bit because you're going out of town, and you're going with friends, and excuse me, you're going out, and you're going with friends, and you want to kind of eat, or you're going with family, and you want to partake, sometimes, and again, it's up to you. Sometimes you might go out and you be like, hey, I'm going to go out, but I'm not going to eat that much. I'm going to stay on track. That is awesome. So again, that's up to you. If you're going to go out and you're like, I'm going to partake, then maybe that 2 or 3 days before or that 2 days after, it's kind of that 48-hour window between what you're doing and what you're not, especially if it's over like a 2 or 3 day period, right? Like if you're going out for 2 days, like a weekend trip, you're going to be eating a lot Saturday and Sunday, and you're just going to kind of go into it, embrace it, let it happen. Then maybe, that Thursday and Friday, you're really cleaning up your diet. And then that Monday and Tuesday, you're trying to clean up that diet. That way, by the end of that week, you're starting strong, you go strong on the weekend, then you level it off. By the end of like Wednesday gets there, you really didn't gain much, if anything, from what you did, that week before, because you kind of kept yourself in check those 2 days, did your thing, and then came down. By the end, you still might end up being lower. You still might have lost weight. Maybe you didn't lose as much as you would have if it was, we're going to steady go down. But ultimately, I think you can still do that if you're focusing and doing the right things. Kind of 48, like give yourself kind of 48-hour window, especially the way I look at it is kind of like whatever time you're doing. So if you're going to have a 3-day thing, maybe that 3 days before, you're kind of, dialed in. Then that 3 days after, you're kind of dialed in, and just enjoy those 3 days in the middle, kind of whatever. Again, you don't want to be super restrictive those 3 days or whatever. It's more like just eat normal. Don't go overboard those 3 days because you're going to go overboard those 3 days. Or, hey, I'm really not hungry this day, but I know I need to be still maintain the diet, or, metabolism's going to shut down, or I just don't need to be eating because I'm going to miss out on protein, all that stuff. I think you can know, again, hey, I'm going to be making up for the next couple of days and things like that it's not going to be the end of the world, that you're maybe not hitting your protein goals or hitting something, that particular day. Like, I think you can give yourself some grace. And that's one of the things I want to do on this is, again, if I want to show you how I'm going to be able to do this, but then live a life outside of it, doing these things, like going out for a weekend trip, to go see family, knowing I'm going to be going out to restaurants, and one of them is going to 1,000% be a big buffet, or like a sports bar. We're going to order all the appetizers, all the food that I could ever want. Then making sure that I'm staying on track in between those is really good and important too. So, however I can make sure I go enjoy that. And again, sometimes I'll go out, I won't do it, or I will just, order a diet soda and one small, regular meal, but not go overboard with the extra stuff and things like that. So that'll kind of be something that I'm going to play around with.
Okay, guys, morning weigh-in time the day after. Active resting, getting some food. There it is. 217. So that's what it's looking like right now. 217. So not too bad, huh? I mean, not great, but not to be. Just go with it. All right, 217 down 3 more pounds from 3 more pounds down from our last weigh-in, from 220 down 217. So let's go talk about and wrap up the video.
Guys, awesome. There it is. Down 3 more pounds from last weigh-in, down 217 from 220. And yeah, this is awesome. Overall, I'm feeling pretty good, I would say. Again, it's week 1, so even when you lose a lot of that initial weight, you're still gonna feel pretty good. You're gonna start to feel better. I don't think you're gonna feel like, oh my god, I can totally see the benefits of it yet. And you might. Awesome if you anyone that's even lost like 5 pounds, even they have like 50 to lose, I can already tell that's awesome. For me, I kind of notice it more as I get deeper into my cut. Unfortunately, it becomes a little tougher. You get even more cravings. You have to cut back even more. That's kind of, it's unfortunate that like that's when you feel better, because that's also when it becomes like, a little tougher, but at the same time you still start to feel better. So it's kind of that balance of it's becoming harder, or it's kind of tougher on my it's tougher on my, I guess if you want to say willpower, or just like sticking to my diet, but you also feel better. So it's kind of that weird balance of like, how do you describe it? Because like you feel better. Now some people, when they do like extreme cuts, right, like
it always comes back to it, but like bodybuilders, when they're like, oh, I also don't feel my best either because I've gotten to such a low body fat percentage. But again, that's the super extreme, and that's part of bodybuilding and stuff like that. This is just doing a mega like, cut down to a weight that I want to get to, because I want to probably eventually even get lower than that weight at some point. But this is such a great starting point for me. So yeah, it's been good. It's been fun to be on this journey. And here, like I said, the next thing I'm going to be still traveling the next couple of days, go and hang out with some family, and I'm going to be having some few free meals after that. So that's why it was so important for me to kind of be sticking with it these couple of days. Go enjoy a couple of days of some free meals and things like that. And I'll bring you guys along. You'll see some. We're going to do probably a hotel. They have one. I don't know if they have a hotel gym where I'm going. Now I might go on a little walk, but do a little hotel gym workout, and then basically talk about what I ate over that stretch, and then come back and kind of see what the damage was and do a weigh in, and then get right back on track after that. I think that's the biggest key. The hardest part is for me, it's always been getting back on track after going off. That's why some people, they're like, I would love a cheat meal theoretically or a cheat day, but I can't have one because I know what it will do. I know that it'll just send me off a spiral, or I'll have leftovers, so I'll just eat like the rest of that. Oh, do I have a few leftover like cookies for my cheat day? What's it gonna hurt to like eat the rest of those the next day? Oh, do I have like half leftover pizza, or what, like whatever it is, and they have an extra bag of chips. They'll just continue to kind of go down that path, and then it just kind of messes with their mind a little bit. So they don't want to do that. For me, it's just like, again, picking out some of these staples, of like the foods and meals that I've shown you. Like, okay, just jump back in on that. Go eat that. For me, it's something as simple as, for me, I'm a huge Chipotle fan. I usually go, when I'm not super cutting, I could be at Chipotle like twice a week. Like, if you've seen some of my past videos at all, I love Chipotle. So that's one of the things that usually I if I'm really struggling, or I'm like, oh man, I really need to get back on it, just go get my Chipotle for the night and just like kind of eat that kind of thing. So yeah, we're going to keep playing around with it. Sometimes I go, higher in calories. Sometimes I go lower. And again, like I said, it's just like riding that wave. And I try to almost, again, instead of extrapolating it over one 24-hour period, I try to extrapolate it out over a week of kind of like, again, that 80-20 over a week. If that can still come out lower, then I'm okay. If some days I'm, a lot lower on calories, and the other days I'm higher. And I don't want to view it as totally yo-yo dieting, but it's just more of, I think yo-yo dieting would be more long-term than just like up and downs, like throughout a couple of days, because everyone's going to do that. Even people that aren't dieting, people just eat regular, have some days where they eat more calories and they do less, but it's just more of the day in, day out, what can I do to try to maintain my calorie deficit over a week long term, while also knowing some days are going to be more, some days are going to be less. And try not to beat yourself up too much. Just don't completely fall off. And that's what I love about this video series is really going to help, I think, documenting my weight loss. I think it helps keep me on track. I think anytime, whether you have a personal trainer, whether you like put it on video for people that do YouTube things, any sort of accountability, I think it helps, because you're kind of putting this out there. You have someone else watching over you. You're telling other people about it. Then it kind of holds you a little more accountable. The very first time I did this, I just kind of did it, and I kind of held myself accountable, which is awesome. And if you can, more power to you. I think some people can, some people can't. I usually can do a pretty good job, but I also can struggle at times. So that's why this time I just thought it would be fun to document this and kind of show you guys through a little bit of my life when I do kind of a big weight cut like this. And I'm going to be cutting my lowest weight ever. So we're all going to see that together, which is going to be super, super freaking awesome. And yeah, I'm just trying to figure out what else to kind of throw at you at this point. What else? Bueller. No. Okay. We're going to go ahead and wrap up the video. This has been really cool. Like I said, I'll show you guys what my traveling looks like over the next couple of days. With eating a bunch of, I said free meals. So I'm probably going to have some like, fun appetizers and kind of bigger meals and things like that. But just at that point, just if I can, hopefully, if they just have like a treadmill and just a little area, we can go ahead and get a quick little workout in, get some steps, and try to counterbalance that, and then get back on track after. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully, it's me traveling or doing whatever. So we'll go ahead and do that and just kind of see what that brings here in the next couple days. All right, guys, thank you so much. See you guys in the next video, and have some fun.